Welcome, everyone, to the Great American Bash Watch Party. My name's Chris Parrish. Welcome, everyone, to what's going to be just a fun night. I'm having a little bit issues with my overlay, so it'll be something that happens mid-stream. But welcome, everyone, as we get aboard the Great American Bash, NXT's Great American Bash. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing just fine. I hope you enjoyed that intro. It was a little fun to do. And I just want to give a shout out to all my sponsors, whether it's W Energy that you can see right here. If you want to use the promo code PARISH10, you can get 10% off your order at checkout if you go to w.gg. Want to let everybody know that if you want to follow the Chris Parrish podcast or anything associated with it, please go to all social networks, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, X, Kick, Twitch, Spotify, or even Blue Sky, anything like that. You can all follow it on my link tree at Chris Parrish. So please check all of that out. We have 7 matches here tonight, and we cannot wait. Let me know in the chat what you all are looking forward to. Whether it's the NXT title match that is going to open the show. That's right, Naraku taking on NXT champion Tony D'Angelo. That is kicking off the show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Could be the main event. Lola Vice defending her women's title against Kendall Gray, who I hope is walking out as a new champion. Also, if you noticed, I am rocking a TNA sweater. I just want to say that was one hell of a show. Slammiversary, Nick Nemeth becoming the new TNA champion. But the big news is me, a local resident of Edmonton, Alberta, Destination X coming to the city of Edmonton on November 15th, I believe. Also, I want to give a shout out to a proud sponsor, Beercade YEG. If you're in the Edmonton area and you needed a place to watch AEW Forbidden Door, 105 4 82nd Ave. That's the place you want to go. So don't feel worried. Go there, get out of this bad weather that we're having, and go and watch some pro wrestling for free. Go play some arcade games, enjoy some food, have some delicious beverages, whether they're, alcoholic or not. Go have fun. I am having a Slurpee. Makes no sense on a kind of a weird day like this, but you know what? I do me, you do you. We're here watching some NXT Great American Bash. Looking forward to this as we see Tony D'Angelo about to come out. As I said earlier, we are about to get the NXT title match to kick things off. I cannot wait for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. So let me know who you have going up in this match. Do you have Tony D'Angelo walking out still your NXT champion, or do you have Naraku, sorry? We know that Tony D'Angelo has a little bit of a wrap around his face as he was burnt by the hit Treasure on the latest episode of NXT. So walking in with a little bit of a wound as he prepares to defend his NXT championship. So he's not 100%. That's clear. once again, Facebook decided to be a little bit of a heel in my plans today. I don't know what it's like, but we do have it all under control. So it is back and up. So let me know in the chat if you're on another platform and you're having issues connecting to Facebook. No, I have not been able to watch a lot of Naraku lately, but I am really enjoying his presentation. We have Tony D in the ring waiting for his challenger, who is making his way out right now. Naraku's just getting up those steps. We are moments away from our opening matchup of the night. Let me know in the chat. Do you have Tony D winning, or do you have Naraku taking the title? I, for one, think it's time we crown a new champion, and given the state Tony D'Angelo's in, I just don't see him walking out the champion. As we get Mike Rome doing the introductions here tonight. He is the NXT intro guy. Naraku looks ready to go, but so does Tony D. He is laser focused right now. He might be only able to see out of one eye, but he is laser focused. Doesn't look like my Photoshop is helping me out in any way, so I'm going to try a different way. But we will try to work on this overlay. But right off the bat, we got Tony D spearing Naraku through that NXT barrier. This is taking place at their regular building in the Performance Center. And Tony D'Angelo is just going crazy right now. Oh, there we go. Naraku using that leverage, using the poor vision. Tony D'Angelo using that to his advantage there, and now he has that up. Play-by-play is Vic Joseph, Wade Barrett. We got Blake Howard as our reporter, along with Emilio Aguero, Mike Rome doing your ring announcing. I love the graphics of them, WWE explaining to us what's going on. Ooh. Tony D'Angelo is breathing in pain on the outside right now. Looks like Naraku is playing the smart game, not caring about the face of Tony D'Angelo. And I know that he has his, I believe it's right eye taped up, but if I was Naraku, I'd go after the left. We already know one is bandaged up, but don't go after 50% of the bad eyes. Go after 100% of the good ones. He's already at 50%, so let's knock that 50 back down to 0. And I think that's going to be where Narako will stand his best chance of getting that championship. As you saw in that opening video, we do have 5 title matches. Both NXT championship matches are line. As we have Tony D, Naraku going on right now. We do have that ladies match to main event. We also have both North American championships on the line as Zarya takes on Tatum Paxley and Miles Bourne takes on Tavion Heights. We also have our speed championship. Ariana Grace looks to dethrone Ren Sinclair as champion. Looks like we're having a little bit of Netflix issues as well. So let me know in the chat if you're experiencing that as well, if it's a production issue on WWE's part and not mine. But it's okay. I will make sure that this runs as smooth as possible. So don't you worry. If by chance you're rocking on any one of those platforms, make sure you hit a like, follow, and subscribe, because a lot of people don't seem to follow or subscribe or even any of that, and it would definitely help the channel out, definitely help me out. And if by chance you are on any of the socials and you do check out the Chris Parrish page on Spotify, go and rate a show. Let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. Even if there's something you don't like, let me know. I take criticism well. You're not going to offend me or any of that. Always strive to get better. We do have a modified crossface on Tony D'Angelo by Naraka right now, so definitely an effort to try to wear the champion down. Now Tony D'Angelo has turned the tables and got an STF on an Naraku there. And Naraku just bit Tony D'Angelo's finger, getting that hold out. Now we see a fisherman suplex delivered by Naraku with a spinning clothesline, but not enough to become champion. We got Naraku now taking out Tony D'Angelo. They're in the ring now. Looks like he's just raking the face of Tony D'Angelo there around the top rope. Now setting him up on the top rope. I think we might be going for a nice old-fashioned superplex. I think I finally got this stuff finished now. Let's see how this works out. Perfect. There we go. All the sponsors now on there. Repping everyone. Got good old fashioned just shot for shot here between Naraku and Tony D'Angelo before we're now getting Tony D'Angelo getting some steam, getting the best of that with a clothesline. Tony D'Angelo's on a roll now. Does not seem like this eye is bothering him right now. I do want to let everybody know that turnbucklestudios.org is the homepage of Turnbuckle Studios. And if you want to go and catch out any of the latest episodic shows, whether it was this morning's or this earlier afternoon's edition of the Chris Parrish podcast, make sure you're going there. You're hitting the Chris Parrish podcast, and you go and check that out. The latest episodic show as of today, episode 134, Streamlining, is available on turnbucklestudios.org. So go check that out. Oh. And there we go. Dead to rights on Naraku for the 1, 2, 3. And Tony D'Angelo retains his NXT championship. I'm pretty shocked. I thought we were going to see a new champion in Naraku, and I'm very happy I'm proven wrong. It's always nice to be surprised. And you have to wonder, though, now that Naraku could not become champion, what does he have moving forward? Does he have something new in his repertoire in a chase in NXT, or will he be brought up to the main roster? But nonetheless, what a performance by both men. Naraku, absolutely impressive, but Tony D'Angelo just on another level. It is amazing to see how he has progressed into just the dawn of NXT, but even that first day of 2.0 to the man he is now. Just amazing. We're getting now a video package about Zarya. I'm going to send you a little bit of a advertisement, and that is to help Turnbuckle Studios. So if you've ever wanted to get into podcasting, or you want to be a part of the Turnbuckle Studios family, well, we want you involved. And that doesn't necessarily mean being on screen and being a part of a show. That could always just be backstage. That could be helping us out with our Discord. That could moderate us, or that could help us keep organized in our shows. So if there's ever a time frame that we want to hit, you're right there, slapping us across the face from a digital spot, so we don't blab and blab and blab. Or it could also be somebody who helps us with our websites, things like that. Anything you can think of, we're thinking of too. So let's come together. Let's find out what we can do together. So if you've ever wanted to be a part of the Turnbuckle Studios family, all you have to do is check out turnbucklestudios.org, click join on that join function, and if my words don't convince you, check this out.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And there you have it, everyone. Up next, we got the NXT Women's North American Championship as we see Tatum Paxley look to reclaim the championship she lost to Zarya. I remember back when I was doing my predictions of who's going to be the next champion, I did have Zarya as my next North American champion, but not to toot my own horn. I'm just enjoying Zarya on her own, and I think that's kind of something I wanted to see once Sol Ruka got moved up to Monday Night Raw. I'm very much just liking to see Zarya only worrying about herself and not worrying about other people. She is laser focused, and she was a woman on a mission as she became North American champion. And I really do believe we haven't even cracked the full potential of Zarya yet. So it's going to be very intriguing to see not only how she is as a North American champion, but, just does she elevate the championship? Because I do think she has all the capabilities and potential to do so. Then again, Tatum Paxley, just former North American champion, former NXT champion. Just, is there much of her to do in NXT? I know she is just scratching the surface of what she's capable of, but she's been there, done that on just about every front. There's been rumors about her possibly being moved up to the main roster after not only after this show, but after that SummerSlam time. So it'll be very intriguing just to see kind of what's next for her after Zarya. I still have Zarya retaining her championship. Let me know in the comments if you do too. If you're also on the Facebook side of things, we are up. If you can, give us thumbs up, heart, whatever you want, but let me know if you're watching through that emoji. And if you're watching and you're enjoying what you're seeing and you want to be active in a chat, please do so, because I love to be interactive with just about anybody and everyone. All I ask is to be respectful and to always treat people the way you want to be treated. I do believe that, and that's exactly how I'm going to police my chat. So if you're going to come in here and be rude, I will boot you. But next up, we do have that Women's North American Championship, and I cannot wait. I think this is going to be a great match. We all know that the NXT strong point is that women's division, and it's highlighted by these two. And it's just amazing. If by chance you got to watch TNA Slammiversary, TNA debuted a new mid-card women's championship. That's right, the Knockouts Television Championship was unveiled in front of the live crowd in Boston at Slammiversary, and it is going to be absolutely cool just to see the process of how they just crown the first champion, what they do. I do believe it's going to be a tournament style. From what I understand, I have to rewatch and hear again. But, if you know and you're in the chat, let me know. Tatum Paxley coming down the aisle now. She does have her kind of like a schoolgirl outfit on, or kind of like business casual, I would say, a cross between the two. Now the champion is coming down. Zarya always has the cool graphics. Always really cool to see kind of what they're doing with her, but I'm just really enjoying. So before we get started in this match, let us know who you have. Do you think we are going to crown a new champion, or is this just going to be another title defense for Zarya? That's Mike Rome doing the introductions to this. We are moments away from this matchup. I'm very intrigued of who we're going to see. I'm very intrigued of who is going to be the aggressor, who is going to be the one who has to take things just a little bit to that extreme. And so far to start out, it's Tatum Paxley. So we have Chris Best coming in and saying, let's go Tatum. Kind of confused on what the main event is supposed to be. Well, the main event is Lola Vice defending her NXT Women's title against Kendall Gray. That is what the main event is. Robert Stone did let everybody know what your opening match and main event of the night will be. And just see if this works right now. Sorry, my Photoshop was not working out, so I had to adapt and do things. There we go. Got that little scroll. Don't really like that, so I'm just gonna we currently do have Zarya Tatum Paxley for the championship going on now. Tatum Paxley does get one up on Zarya. Zarya tries to tack her into the corner there. Tatum Paxley just has an unorthodox offensive move set, and I really enjoyed it. It's different. It makes you kind of watch a match a little bit different. And I appreciate that because you don't want to get cookie cutter. You don't want to have the same kind of matches. And I think with that unique offense and just a different way of thought as you go to not only beat your opponent, but whether it's try to wear them down or get that advantage, it's always good to think outside the box once in a while. And Tatum Paxley definitely does just that. As she now has Zarya trapped in between the ring and the apron and is taking her opportunities after now just hitting a step up enziguri. Talk about that unique offense, and there's an example of it. But I asked who's going to be the aggressor, and it is Tatum Paxley, and Zarya was able to reverse a running attack on the outside as she was just able to get out of the way. But the failure of moving away from the barricade allows Tatum Paxley to get back on Zarya. And that's what I love about Zarya. She's always, now that she's thinking about just, what's best for her, it seems like her mental state is just that much more clear. She knows exactly what she needs to do to get the job done, and she's doing that. It's almost like the white noise around her is completely gone. But a little bit of hesitation as she gets Tatum Paxley back into the ring, and this could come back to haunt Zarya. It's almost like you want Zarya to be kind of that almost cutthroat, rabid, always on you type mentality, like kind of like a wolf smelling blood. And yeah, we still have, after this, we still have 3 more championship matches and 2 non-title matches, as we have Saquon Sugars taking on Dion Lennox, as well as Tristan Angels taking on Shiloh Hill. And we know Shiloh Hill and Tatum Paxley have been best friends since Shiloh Hill's debut in NXT. So Zarya now just dropping those elbow strikes, kind of like right here, kind of in between the shoulder and the neck there. And just slams Tatum Paxley face first onto the ground. That's just a nice suplex throw there by Zarya. And I say throw because as soon as she got Tatum Paxley off her feet, and as she was holding her midair, she just chucked her back down. And when you're strong as Zarya, yeah, you can do those things. I'm sure she would absolutely throw the majority of us around if she has the capability, just the opportunity to. I know she has the strength. I don't want to get in the ring with her, so I'll just shut up and commentate or spectate at the very least. But yeah, I do have Zarya coming out of this ahead. I do think Tatum Paxley probably will move on to something else. If not, maybe that holding pattern and going up to a Raw or SmackDown after the summer or even within the summer. let me know who you would like me to raid at the end of this viewing. I know we do have about maybe a couple hours left, so it's not an immediate rush. But if there is a streamer that you would like me to help and raid to and show support to, let me know in the comments below. Oh, Tatum Paxley now showing some life. There she is in what we like to call that hot comeback mode, but she just struck Zarya in the face with a nice little kick. Followed by a very nice German suplex with the assist of a running off the ropes. It's one of those sequences where you're using your opponent's momentum against them. She is now up on the middle rope with Zarya seated on the top. What is she going for? It looks like a superplex. Oh, and she gets it too. Tatum Paxley is showing some life in this match. It is. Oh, she's got that. Oh. She gets that look in her face like she's about to strike, but out of nowhere, Zarya just surprises her with a spear. Oh, that was everything, too. That looked painful. She got that shoulder right in that midsection. It looked like Tatum Paxley's winded, but it provides that recovery time that Zarya needed. She took some stuff there she needed to get back, and then once again, both competitors on their feet, giving each other their best shots. Both competitors now on the middle rope, but Zarya just got hung down in the trio. Whoa. Tatum Paxley's on the apron. She is climbing the opposite turnbuckle right now. Zarya has sat up now. Tatum down. Both are now on the apron there, and they are swinging. Zarya now has Tatum. Oh! Zarya tried to get Tatum Paxley up on her shoulders, and once she did, Tatum Paxley was able to slip out and power bomb Zarya off the apron onto that floor. And yeah, there might be a little bit of padding there, but it is going to wind you. You aren't going to breathe very well after that. It's just like your lower back just, oh. Tatum Paxley goes and grabs the NXT title. Zarya steals it from her, and then that beautiful spinning bicycle kick. But the cemetery drive onto the floor by Tatum Paxley, she rolls Zarya back in. She looks for it one more time and hits it. Oh. Two consecutive cemetery drives by Tatum Paxley, but not enough. Zarya kicks out at like 2.98. That was close. Like this action is just incredible, but sorry, just that fury spear, that F5. And now she's in shock because it was not enough. Tatum Paxley not only kicks out, but as Zarya looks like she's exhausted, Tatum Paxley is lying down, smiling. It's almost like the pain is a tickle for her. But Zarya does not fade away. Multiple strikes to the back of the head. Oh. Another F5 by Zarya for the 1, the 2, and 3. Zarya successfully retains her North American Championship. And if you want to ask me what's next for Zarya, I'm going straight to either Lizzie Rain or Jada Parker. But that is so far. I mean, it's tough. Both matches so far to start, absolutely fantastic. Chris Best is saying Tatum to the main roster, most likely, but I wouldn't be upset if she stays. What she would do though, that's the big question. I just don't want to see Tatum Paxley go up to the main roster and get like put into a tag or put into a situation where, you know, the spotlight's not on her. It's like she's there kind of to help somebody else out. It's like, why? But I mean, it's probably what they will do because they need to do their own thing, I guess. I don't know. WWE can be very weird when they bring people up sometimes. We then get to the back with Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray. Chris Best coming in saying, I just read their internal discussions to bring her up after SummerSlam. Whatever's on the internet, who knows if that's real or not. It's hard to tell at this point, but yeah. I mean, I've heard speculations. I've even heard speculations that she was going to go up after WrestleMania. That clearly didn't happen. It's always going to be pushed and pushed and pushed until it actually happens. But it looks like Ren Sinclair, Kendall Gray, they're both completely in sync with each other, knowing that it's their time to shine together. They're going to walk out Great American Bash double champions. That is their plan. But next up, we got Shiloh Hill taking on Tristan Angels. But before we get there, I do want to let everybody know that Tristan Angels claims that he's Mr. NXT, and that's fine. But he claims that he has the look. And I say, your look's okay, but you know what look would be better? Rocking a Chris Parrish podcast shirt or a sweatshirt or even hat or something like that. But if you want to also grab a Turnbuckle Studios hoodie, shirt, or any one of the shows that Turnbuckle Studios provides you, that would be pretty good for me. And I think it would be just right. So make sure that you go to turnbucklestudios.org/shop. That is a direct link. But go check out all of the catalog there. Let me know what you think. And if by chance you want to rock out anything Chris Parrish related, send me a photo, send me some information, and I'll make sure I give you a live plug on the air. So go and check out turnbucklestudios.org/shop. And let's just take a look at this.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
I mean, I gotta say, the logo that's right up there, I mean, it's pretty nice. So it would look great. Just slap right there on a t-shirt. I made sure it was big. So big that you're just like, wow, right? Like you want to see the whole thing. Nobody else wants to like check out like, oh cool, it's a black shirt or it's a white shirt, it's a gray shirt. Cool. But what's that? Wow, yeah, that big logo. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What do you guys think about the red, white, and blue? I mean, obviously, as a proud Canadian, it was very weird to rock out in all this red, white, and blue star-spangled banners, all that stuff. But I thought it looked pretty dang good, if you're asking me. Pretty damn cool. So I like the way it looked. I'll still be rocking that black and gold because, well, who dat for life? But I mean, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I know that next week is Independence Day for everyone. So on behalf of the Chris Parrish podcast and Turnbuckle Studios, I wish everyone from the United States a very early Independence Day. That's right. I know what it's called. So next up, it is Shiloh Hill and Tristan Angels. Let me know in the comments who you have. I would love to see Tristan Angels win this match, but I just have a feeling Shiloh Hill is taking the dub. I know that they have plans for Shiloh Hill, but I kind of want to see Tristan Angels just sneak one out, When you got the Vanity Project talking to Commissioner Robert Stone right now. Vanity Project said their star power, but they can't be too happy not having a tag team championship match on the Great American Bash. So this Tuesday, Mason Rook and Jackson Drake going one-on-one. And the tag team champions are going to be defended as well. And well, there's a watch party going on the outside of the Performance Center. We got Kevin Owens. We got Mr. LaGreca and Blake Howard. Dave LaGreca by first name. Don't know why I said Mr. LaGreca. It's not like I know him. Kevin Owens rocking some shorts and a Waylon Mercy t-shirt, whereas Dave LaGreca's rocking a Hardcore Legendary Funk t-shirt. So Vanity Project will, in fact, defend their tag team titles against Galeno, El Hijo, and Dr. Wagner Jr. So check that out on Tuesday on NXT alongside Jackson Drake and Mason Rook. Kevin Owens just having the time of his life, saying he is rooting for Tristan Angels, and he gets a little bit boo, and he's like, in a very yelling way, "Shut up, he's good. Trust me." Shiloh Hill now on his way out. He's got that bandana. His new shirt. Looks like he has like half Zubaz and half stars on jeans. It's a look. It's a look. No, Shiloh Hill gives me very early Bray Wyatt vibes. Not gonna lie. As now Mr. NXT, Mr. England, Tristan Angels making his way out. This is going to be a very interesting match. I know this is definitely a match you kind of wonder why isn't this just not on a regular NXT, but I do like the fact that it's given both men an opportunity to kind of shine on a PLE, and that's exactly what Great American Bash is. It's an opportunity, and we all know that in NXT sometimes you just get a great surprise out of a random match, kind of like this. Not that it's random in the sense of like it wasn't just put together. There was a build, there was a story behind this, but it wouldn't be the match you would expect to be a show stealing on a PLE. But here we are, and let's see what we get between Shiloh Hill and Tristan Angels. Shiloh Hill is just quick. That explosive kind of speed of Shiloh Hill is something to get excited for. Do want to thank everyone who's watching on the X side. You are always very amazing every time I do a watch party. Thank you so much. If you are commenting, I do believe your comments only show on X, so I will try my best to include those. Just beautiful back body drop there by Shiloh Hill. It's just a move that sadly you just don't see a lot of anymore. Happens once in a while, but when it's done, just so nice. You might not like him anymore, but Vince McMahon had one hell of a call on the back body drop. Tristan Angels is just tall. I think he's what, like 6'3", 6'4". I think Tristan Angels is a name that you are going to enjoy as you watch NXT. He is someone who I do think has star potential, and I think he could be an NXT North American champion by the end of the year. He very well could be the guy who takes that title off of Miles Bourne. We Tristan Angels there working on the arm as he's yanking it over the top rope. Shiloh can definitely throw a strike, though. This guy has a lot of power. This is just a fun little match going on, though. There's nothing really too much of to really call. It's very straightforward. There's nothing special, but nothing is really like there's nothing bad at all. Everything has been going very well. I'm liking the energy. I'm liking the vibe between these two. Shiloh Hill now backing Tristan Angels in a corner. Ooh, went for a shoulder tackle, but Tristan Angels moved out of the way there. He is targeting the arm of Shiloh Hill, that left arm. He now has kind of the upward arm lock there on him. I'm very impressed with Tristan Angels. Very composed in the ring. He has great footwork and he's very fluid. He kind of reminds me of that hybrid between Ziggler and a young Shawn Michaels, which is very ironic as his trainer in NXT is Shawn Michaels. Well, his coach in NXT. And Shiloh Hill just got out of the ring, crawled underneath the ring backwards, and then is pulling Tristan Angels underneath the ring. Tristan Angels is fighting for his life, but finally they're taken out. And looks like we got a camera underneath the ring there. We see lights go out. There's a phone. There's a phone underneath the ring, and Tristan Angels is looking to. He's going to pick it up. Somebody's calling it. This has to be a first. Somebody's actually taking a phone call underneath the ring during a match. And he might want to look around, and now he's in a rear naked choke by Shiloh Hill, who has a nice Jason Voorhees mask on. This. Okay, well, that was different. That was very different. So Tristan Angels fights out of that rear naked choke, gets out of the ring, only for Shiloh Hill to attack Tristan Angels, almost like Shiloh Hill has the ability to be in two places at once. That was very weird. Very weird. Yeah, you just have to see it. I don't really know what I could say about that spot, but it's just something you had to see. But we do have Angels now moving the steel steps on the outside. He moves them kind of in the middle instead of being at the corner. Oh, he went to suplex Shiloh Hill outside of the ring. Shiloh Hill, though, said, I'm not doing that. Oh, that was nice. Always throwing your opponent, but instead of throwing them outside the ring, they just take the rope into their upper chest, their throat area. It's always a different bump. Always looks rough. I know it's what Lyra Valkyria did to Bailey multiple times on Raw. Just really looks violent. Well, the fake teeth of Shiloh Hill, that retainer is on the canvas. Looks gross. That's for sure. All right, I'm going to see if this works. There we go. Nice little scroll right underneath me. My link tree right down there below, if in case you do want to follow anything Chris Parrish, that is the place to go. My link tree right there. Oh, and he's throwing that retainer into Angel's mouth. That was just gross. But it's a great way to get the offensive advantage. Oh, that's different. A nice scoop slam, but instead of throwing his opponent on his back, just drops him on his stomach. A beautiful razor's edge bomb that goes into a pinning predicament. Talked about the unique offense of Tatum Paxley. The unique offense of Shiloh Hill is definitely in full display. Very impressive. We had a fallen Tristan Angels on the outside, and it was almost like a front. What was it like? Was that a 450 that we saw? Oh, and that was nice. Tristan Angels runs off the ropes, and Shiloh Hill runs out of that steel steps into the ring and does that spear through the ropes. That was nice. Code breaker by Tristan Angels, where Shiloh Hill jumps off the top rope. So the code breaker in midair, that looked really nice. But this action's back and forth. Like 1 second, Tristan Angels is going or hitting something. And then 2 seconds later, we got Shiloh Hill hitting something. And Whisper of the Beast by Shiloh Hill. And that is pretty much a backdrop into a neck breaker off the top rope. Very nice, very unique. And that was enough for Shiloh Hill to pick up the 1, 2, 3 and that victory over Tristan Angels. But this match, very good, very competitive, back and forth, unique, innovative, different, all in one. We saw just about everything. I don't think we're going to see a match like this on the show, let alone maybe in NXT for a bit. So good job to both men. And exactly what I was saying earlier, this is why I like these kind of matches, because they just have a tendency of always surprising you. Shiloh Hill now wearing the sash of Mr. NXT. Shiloh Hill now talking about his wife, his motivation. Let me know in the chat what you think of Shiloh Hill as of right now, as we now go to another segment that has new Evolve Ladies Champion Nikita Lyons alongside Natalia and her group. She is wearing a Stu Hart shirt. Stu Hart Dungeon t-shirt. Pretty cool. Sounds like they're calling this the dungeon, I want to say, if I heard that right. But we do know that there is that group that Natalia is fronting in NXT. We're seeing her right now. This could be the new dominant force in the women's division in NXT, and I'm looking forward to it. But before we get any further, we did talk about all of the amazing content of Turnbuckle Studios. So let's check it out right now with our weekly calendar.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And there you have it, everyone. Let me know what you think. But we do know our next contest. It is for the Women's Speed Championship. Ren Sinclair versus Ariana Grace. It is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Remember, this is one of those matches where it's a 5-minute match. Your job, if you're Ariana Grace, you gotta get a speedy fall. Hence the speed implication. So even by a draw, that is very likely that could happen. The champion will regain her championship. So it is not the champion's job to win the match. It is the opponent's job to win. And that is why it definitely is advantage champion in this match. More so than any other match because time is not on your side. But we did find out that the next Saturday night's main event is Saturday, July 18th. I will let everybody know that there will be no PLE Patrol on the Turnbuckle Studios front, and that is because we were all busy celebrating a marriage from one of our own. That is why there will not be one. So, sadly, you will just have, most likely, a pre-taped episode of Saturday Night's Gaming. So, that is the only calendar notice that I know of in the next few weeks. Everything else seems to be pretty much as per that video. I do want to let everybody in on a secret. We did wrap up episode 134 earlier today. We have episode 135 next week. And I do like to let everybody know what I have coming on in the future. I can definitely let you know that I just finished recording an interview with wrestling's pop star Jesse Bieber. That's right. Somebody who has been around the block in not only the Canadian Wrestling Federation, but is someone that has done some work for TNA and even Maple Leaf Wrestling. I sat down, had the honor of talking and interviewing him just yesterday, and I can tell you it is definitely one of those conversations that we have to do again. But that will be coming down the pipeline for 138 Sunday, July 19th. So be excited for that. I will be putting out some short videos just to let you know what the taste of that interview is like as we get closer and closer. But wrestling's pop star Jesse Bieber was kind enough to allow me to have that conversation with him, and you don't want to miss it. Get to know not only who Jesse Bieber is, but why he's the wrestling pop star. That will be coming to you Sunday, July 19th. And once again, want to let everybody know, follow the links down below. Linktree at Chris Parrish. You get everything. All my socials and all the places where you can go and like and follow, subscribe to all my stuff. If you want to follow me on Discord, I do have my own Discord. That's in there. If you want to follow Turnbuckle Studios on Discord, that's on there. If you even want to go and check out the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, Turnbuckle Studios, I believe, should be on there as well. But please, that is where you can find me. You can also send me anything through my email at parachute@gmail.com. That is the best way to contact myself. So please, it does go a long way, helping our progress. It's trying to be better, bring you more stuff, all that. So please, Linktree down below, check it out. But we do got that speed title match coming down. We're checking out some of the Great American Bash moments right now. But when you hear that birthright music, we know that means one thing. Ariana Grace is on her way down, followed by the entire group of birthright here, including, ironically enough, the men's speed champion, Lexus King. Ariana Grace is looking to bring a second speed title to the group. Do you think she gets that championship, or do we think Kendall or Ren Sinclair will defy the odds and pull out the victory? Now, Ariana Grace, former TNA champion, she is nothing to laugh at when it comes to in-ring competition. She is a fantastic in-ring performer. Ren Sinclair coming down by herself, supporting not only the Ren QCC, but definitely she and Kendall Gray have a pact to make sure they're leaving Great American Bash both as champions. But we see all 4 male members of Birthright accompanying Ariana Grace, including Charlie Dempsey, the old partner, stablemate of Ren Sinclair. Could we see that come into play into this match in just a little bit? Well, the bell rings and boom, double clothesline to start the match. Ticker's down 5 minutes. A quick roll up by Ariana Grace. 1 count. So we're going to get a very fast-paced match here. And that's exactly what it should be. You got to act quick. You got to go rapid. They don't call it speed for nothing. But, Ren Sinclair, though, definitely impressive. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to an old friend from previous platforms, Astrid Bizarro, who introduced me to her before she even signed with WWE. I was very bullish, did not know who she was, but man, she is not only very entertaining, but she is very good inside that ring. She is a speed champion for a reason. Ooh, nice, beautiful spinning fisherman suplex there by Ariana Grace. As I said, not someone to laugh at when it comes inside the ring. She is very good. So Ariana Grace, the daughter of Santino Marella. We all know that not only she is a second generation, but she is also someone that understands this business very well. So this match has been taken to the outside. A couple quick strikes there, and we're right back inside. Beautiful spinning back elbow there by Grace. The barrage of kicks now in the corner. I mean, that's what we're getting. Nothing but non-stop action. Don't forget there's no pun there. I know I have a TNA shirt on. We're talking about someone who used to be a TNA champion, but don't take the pun for anything else. That's exactly what the Speed title was there to represent, that quicker pace. And it's very, very just, you can't blink. You blink, you miss something. But it's also great just to see just how composed everyone is in one of these matches. Oh, and a beautiful kind of just move on the left leg there of by Ariana Grace. She's in full control of this match right now, and she's definitely working on the leg, which is going to just take away the ability to kind of walk and be mobile. So smart move there by Ariana Grace. Ooh, a nice little inside cradle there, but quick kick out by Ring. We're under 2 minutes now. We know that because the speed clock goes from green to that kind of goldish color. And then once we get in that final minute, it goes red, almost like a state of emergency. And I like it just how the venue changes the colors too. It's just it's a good little aura that's going in. Just the visual is very, it just adds to the match. Ooh. Failed attempt at a superplex followed by that inside suplex. Beautiful crossbody there by Ren Sinclair. Looks like she is now on a little bit of a roll, getting some nice slaps on there, followed by a clothesline and a back elbow. Ooh, a beautiful butterfly suplex there by Sinclair. Charlie Dempsey now on the apron, and that's exactly what we have. That interaction with Charlie and Ren Sinclair. What is Ren Sinclair going to do? She takes a shot at Charlie Dempsey, but was that enough? Ooh, inside cradle by Grace. Kick out at 2. Gotta love these matches. Really brings the drama into this match. Spinning Alabama slam, perhaps. Ooh, not a slam, but she now gets that submission hold. There's 15 seconds left, and boom, there's the tap out. With 11 seconds left, the champion gets the submission victory. Ren Sinclair, impressive in a quick match. Ariana Grace, impressive in this match. I can only foresee these two facing off once again, but maybe under a different championship down the road. But I mean, that's why we had 7 matches, because we know we're going to get a 5-minute match or under with the Speed title. So I thought this was very smart. But I also do like the fact that we got, for the most part, just a straight up match between these two. And the only person to really show any involvement or an attempt to was Charlie Dempsey. And that is because of the history with Ren Sinclair. Don't know if we could have really expected Ren Sinclair to take that shot, but good for her, standing her ground, and because of that, still champion, still the women's Speed champion, and that was good. Now we're getting all the Dark State highlights, which means only one thing: Dion Lennox and Saquon Sugars is that next match. So let's once again, let's give a shout out to the proud sponsor, W. Go to W.GG, check out their catalog of all the great flavors. And once you find out something you like, make sure you hit that Parish 10 at checkout just to get your 10% off. Why spend full price when being refreshed Shouldn't cost you very much. So go to w.gg and use that code PARISH10 at checkout. But once again, let's check out our beautiful shop. That's right. Go to turnbucklestudios.org/shop. Check out the catalog there and see if by chance you want to sport some of us.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And let's not forget, you want to rock anything Chris Parrish related, let me know, and I will make sure you get a live plug on the next episode of the Chris Parrish podcast. And if you don't want that attention, just let me know. I do have the information of just about anybody who does make a purchase, but obviously, if you want that shout out, let me know because I will support the people who will support me. So thank you for that. But up next, we do have Saquon Sugars taking on Dion Lennox. This is the last of the non-title matches here tonight. I do believe we have 3 matches, including this one left, as we still have the men's North American title match, and then obviously the main event, the NXT Women's Championship match. Let me know in the chat what you're thinking of so far of the Great American Bash. Even if you don't watch a lot of NXT and maybe you're checking it out, what do you think? Or if you are a diehard NXT fan, let me know what you think. I would like to hear everyone's opinions of tonight's Great American Bash. As I said, we still have 3 matches left. If you want to get in your predictions, now is a great time. Dion Lennox, Saquon Sugars, that is up next, followed by Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights for that men's North American Championship. And then our main event, Lola Vice, taking on Kendall Gray for the women's NXT Championship. Some of these will be right back kind of segments where you're just getting that view of the superstars can be very awkward at times. They're kind of creepy, not going to lie. Do want to say thank you to Turnbuckle Studios. As we all know that OM Dynamic was doing his Wrestling recap, but rating out to the Chris Parrish watch party of North or the Great American Bash. Thank you for the raid. Once again, if you would like to see me braid out to somebody specific, let me know in the chat. We do have a few people going. maybe, just maybe, we will show some love to somebody sporting and watching Forbidden Door. That could be something that we look into. As we return back from the Netflix part of advertising or whatever, that we'll be right back. I just don't understand why we need a couple minutes of that when they could just give us, a couple ads here and there, even if it's WWE or maybe that's where you put one of that. Hey, check out a Will Ferrell playing golf show. That's something you want to watch, right? I do like the fact that Dark State's graphics have an X out on Saquon Sugars. They don't erase them. They do look at the fact that they have just crossed him off. They do acknowledge his involvement and the lack thereof now, just with the red X. It's very interesting. Deion Lennox in the ring. Definitely coming out from the audience. We've got Saquon Sugars now coming down, and that is Sugars with an H. But his tagline, don't get no sweeter than this. I did kind of say earlier that Saquon Sugars kind of has that one-man wrecking crew mentality. It's kind of like a man on a mission, almost kind of like that Frank Castle-esque type where he is getting back everyone who took his family away from him. Like just from that original movie, per se. But I do think we're going to get a little bit of Saquon Sugars as that one-man wrecking crew, but we will probably see Saquon Sugars really showcase a little bit more of who he really is away from Dark State. But still wearing the same colors, that black and white. But we know the emotion here. We all know that Dark State came down with a Wolfpack type of mentality. So there's no love lost between Lennox and Sugars here tonight. I know Saquon Sugars, he was definitely a breakout athlete in Dark State, but so was Deion Lennox, as we've seen Deion Lennox in the Iron Survivor match. We've seen him as just a champion away from not in the tag team form. So we've seen Deion Lennox have, I think, the most success out of all the members in terms of accomplishments, but Saquon Sugars is definitely one of those guys that I think is better suited to kind of just be on his own. He does give me a lot of Rich Swann vibes, I will say that. But a nice little snapmare, the drop kick. See that athleticism there from Sugars. I would have loved to see Saquon Sugars almost be a part with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. I thought that would have been a good little trio. Well, Sugars went for the neck breaker, but it did not work. Oh, another beautiful back body drop there by Deion Lennox. See, I say it's a move I just don't see a lot anymore. Boom, twice already tonight. We will be just taking a little bit of a time to I just got to go and step away, as we all know that I've been dealing with some issues with the rain, so I just have to go take a couple minutes to check some stuff out. So we will be right back. We are back, and match is just continuing to go on back and forth. Both men are trying to go for the backslide there. What a nice little O'Connor roll there by Sugars. Oh, beautiful spine buster there by Lennox. And we see all the remaining members of Dark State out there. We know they're going to get involved. We just knew it. We just knew it. There we go. Oh, just this. Lennox had this weird leg submission there on Sugars, but it seemed like he just over torqued the leg, and sometimes you just force yourself out of your own submission. But despite the members of Dark State being out there, Lennox looks like he's very much willing to do and wanting to do everything on his own. I mean, obviously, you see the one member in a sling. Dark State is very beaten up at this point, just from a group. So yeah, looks like Griffin is the only one who's fully healthy. We all know that Saquon Sugar's out of the group, and it is Cutter James, who's hurt in that sling. But let me know who you have. Do you see Sugars taking the win? Do you think the numbers game is going to be too much? I just have a feeling Saquon Sugars is going to pull this one out. I just have that feeling. It'll then just add that much more question to Dark State as a group as we know it, and not now Sugars, who not only got that win, but has now instilled this mental kind of state in Dark State to where they don't know if they're good enough without him. The irony is these two men were primary tag team in Dark State when they were tag team champions. So Sugar's now going up the top rope. But Dion Lennox catches it and slaps that rope, letting Sugars fall. You know where he fell on. It's going for a back. Oh, the back suplex, but instead of onto the canvas, drops him onto that top turnbuckle. Sugars falls to the outside. Lennox falls to the inside as the ref goes to check on him. Lennox brings him back in that scoop slam into a side driver. And Sugars does not say no. That is a kick out. A little emphatic, but Lennox taking his time, and I don't think that's a smart move. Oh, no, he just got slapped there. He just got kicked in the face there. Oh, beautiful clothesline by Lennox. I think Lennox is just getting a little too cocky with his moves here. I think he's just he's overlooking Saquon Sugar's heart, if you ask me. Oh, Saquon looking for that reverse Razor's Edge, but does he get it? No. Sets him up. Oh. It almost looks like Dion Lennox, or his body kind of just fell apart on him. But Saquon Sugars goes up on the top rope, gets that reverse splash, gets the win, but Dark State right on him. And we see the sling off on Cutler James, so Dark State looks like it's in full support. Boom, there you go. There's that pop-up power bomb there by both Griffin and James. Lennox is directing traffic. Now has the bat of Saquon Sugars. Oh, right into the gut of Sugars. So it is the beatdown. Sugars might have gotten the win, but he didn't get the last word in. He doesn't look like a winner. There was a price to pay. And the war against Dark State has ongoing for Saquon Sugars. But we do have 2 matches left. The Men's North American Championship match, that is up next. Tevin Heights goes up against Miles Bourne. But let me know who you have taken out or taken the gold home. So we're getting an NXT shop. So we see some Miles Bourne gear, some Lola Vice gear, some Kettle Gray gear, some Vanity product gear. It's all there at nxtshop.com. It's a Fanatics experience. There's a 25% off site-wide special going on tonight. So let me know so far what you think of the Great American Bash. We're 5 matches down. We got 2 left. But once again, let's give a nice shout out to everyone who is responsible for bringing this show together, the sponsors. That is Turnbuckle Studios right there. They are the home of the collective, all the shows. That is a great partner for the Chris Parrish podcast. And because of that, we are a proud member of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. That's right. All shows that collectively make up Turnbuckle Studios is called the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. If you want to become a member of that, all you have to do is go to turnbucklestudios.org/join. We also want to shout out Dubby Energy, the official energy drink of the Chris Parrish podcast. So make sure you go to dubby.gg and hit the promo code Parrish10 at checkout. It is that easy. And thank you to Beercade YEG. They've been a proud sponsor for a while now, and I can't thank them more. They're located here in Edmonton, Alberta. They're showing AEW Forbidden Door tonight. I know they are debuting a circular steel cage tonight, so that should be very cool. I've seen a couple photos of it. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, they're located 10544 82nd Ave in Edmonton, Alberta, on what we like to call White Ave. So go there, check it out. It's a free showing. They give away free showings of AEW and WWE PLE's pay-per-views. And yeah, great food, great vibe, just a great place to go, and always a fun time. And did I mention those shows are free to view? Don't have to pay anything to watch them. I mean, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. I am just going to check. See if there's anything newsworthy going on, because we got to get a little bit of information while we're doing this. So I do think it's kind of cool that there is putting your name on the canvas stuff. So I don't know, maybe something we might have to do here at the Chris Parrish podcast. But Tatum Paxley is with Emily Agard. Tatum Paxley is saying, this is the first time I really did anything for me. Not for a friend, not for anybody else. So she's definitely looking and feeling the frustration and the sadness of losing. But Kalani Jordan has interrupted this view. So it looks like Kalani Jordan and Tatum Paxley could be the direction we go following Great American Bash. So we got two former North American champions. As we all know, Kalani Jordan was the first ever women's North American champion. And Tatum Paxley throwing the first shot. You gotta love it. So definitely the direction we're going for Tatum Paxley after the loss against Zarya. Kalani Jordan just has to poke her nose and say the wrong thing. And now we got a fight on our hands. As this brings us back to Wade Barrett. And he has taken us to this amazing North American match that is now ongoing, or not ongoing, but it's about to start. Tavian Heights. His music hits. He is coming down the ramp. Also, do want to give a shout out to the members who are announced for the TNA Hall of Fame today. That's right. We found out after the Ultimate X match from Frankie Kazarian that the Amazing Red is going to be inducted in the TNA Hall of Fame. We also know that ODB has already been announced for the Hall of Fame. But as per Mike Santana, in a beautiful tribute, Conan will also be inducted in the TNA Hall of Fame. So a lot of information in regards to the TNA Hall of Fame, and that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Out comes the champ, Miles Bourne. Ooh, he does the whole, Braun Breaker thing as well. So could we see maybe an alliance between those two down the road? Does that have maybe a different meaning? I'm curious, very curious on whether or not that has something else. But Miles Bourne very well could. I mean, he would fit the mold in the vision. Definitely would. But as Miles Bourne is in the ring, the lights fade. We got to get Mike Roman here and the announcements, as they do all title matches. So let me know who you have. Miles Bourne, Tavion Heights, who's walking out your North American champion. As much as I think Miles Bourne is taking this, the more I get into this match, I'm thinking Tavion Heights is, I think he's just going to upset him. So I think I'm spinning here. I'm going to go with Tavion Heights now as an underdog. I mean, we've already seen 3 title matches, and we haven't seen a title change here tonight, so could Tavion Heights become the first new champion at the Great American Bash? This match kind of starts off, and it's not really that much of a. I mean, it starts off with a headlock or a collar and elbow tie up, but it really gets into more of that amateur wrestling style of grappling, and it's just a nice, fresh feel to a match. And this is very much one of those jockeying for positions types of matches. Oh, both men just clunked heads, and that did not look good. Both men went down pretty awkwardly. Oh, both men stand up. A beautiful drop kick by Bourne as Heights goes over the top rope. Both men now staring each other around. The foreheads are there. And they're saying this match continues like it's going to a commercial break. What is going on? Both men now back up from each other and looks like they're taking this right back into the ring. What the heck was that graphic saying this match continues? That was weird. Very weird. Yeah, this match just hasn't, it has a different vibe to it. It's very technical. I mean, we are seeing 2 baby faces in this match. So it is one of those things where we're not going to get a lot of, underhanded type of stuff, but I don't know. For me, I just think there's always that was very nice. Miles Bourne was on the outside part of the apron, but still somehow got a power slam of Tavion Heights off, who's in the inside. That was very unique and very well executed. But there's just something about Tavion Heights that I just don't vibe with. There's something about his character that just does not hit for me. Yeah, I just like I look at Miles Bourne, you can just tell he gets better and better with every match, and from just a look at standpoint, this guy he looks like $1 million. I don't know. Maybe Tavion Heights would be a little bit better if he joined somebody like Dark State. I'm just not vibing with this solo babyface role for him. I mean, this is very it gives me a very clean pro wrestling match. Like there's no underhand tactics. There's nothing like that. It's just two men going after it, but it doesn't seem like anything they're doing is really capitalizing in anything bigger. So I'm very just mesmerized to where they're going. Oh, no. But there's kind of the opening that Heights needed as he was able to get that big hand in. And that was kind of the first like real big shot. Heights now has the momentum as he just hit a monster clothesline on Bourne. So we're seeing a lot of amateur wrestling kind of be the inspiration to the offense for Heights here. We're just seeing with the Greco throws, but he really has to cinch in the stuff, keep it a little tighter. They're just too open, and I don't think Miles Bourne is going to be worn down. He's very big himself. He's probably like 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", so you really need to be very firm and very almost rough with him if you want to do any damage. Oh, beautiful T-bone suplex there by Tavion Heights. He's wearing the orange and black, so that kind of gave me the Taz vibes, but obviously the T-bone suplex we know was definitely used by Shelton Benjamin a lot too. Heights has that rear naked choke, kind of that sleeper, but just it doesn't seem to be effective. But Heights right now is the aggressor in this match. Heights definitely uses his limbs and his height to his advantage, but he also just seems like he gives a lot away as well. Like in his offense, like he's very, very loose on a lot of things. Northern Light suplex there by Miles Bourne, and he is starting to get up on Heights here. Couple of shots, but there's that little throat chop there by Tavian Heights, and that was enough to get the advantage back. And Tavian Heights just dumps Miles Bourne outside of the ring. It looks like Tavian Heights is a little exhausted too. It looks like for whatever reason his gas tank isn't exactly helping him. Once again, he goes back to that chin lock, but Miles Bourne quickly back up to his feet and weird O'Connor roll, but it goes into a beautiful back suplex. And a kick out by Bourne. And Heights cannot take advantage of this. He looks very winded. And again, we get the continues, and it just looks weird when this just looks like a PLE. And when they're doing those, like, we'll be back from commercials, this match will continue thing, it just feels weird. Miles Bourne getting those shoulders into the gut there of Heights. Oh, beautiful power slam, side power slam there by Miles Bourne. It really shows you just the comparables of him and Randy Orton. Their movesets and their execution are just very alike. Obviously, we don't have to talk more about their physical appearances, but it is very evident just from a style point. Miles Bourne gets a quick 2 out of a nice, perfect plex release. Both men are up, and Miles Bourne is on the offensive side with some punches. Ooh, nice shoulder breaker there by Heights, and like that's the thing. Like once it kind of seems like Miles Bourne can't get anything going, but it also doesn't seem like Tavian Heights is getting anywhere when he gets the advantage. So it looks like he's going for another shoulder breaker. That's reversed by Bourne. And then a couple arm drag reversals leading into an arm bar attempt by Heights, but Bourne has his hands clenched, which means that Heights can't extend the shoulder that he's been trying to work on. But Bourne rolls him over for a pin, but back around, and now we're back into this attempt for the arm bar here. And Miles Bourne gets the legs kind of out of there and has his arms clenched. Looks like he's going to power up Heights here for a power bomb. And that's exactly what he does. Releases the hold. Both men are down, and now it's back to anybody's game, anybody's match. Who's going to get that momentum and who's going to hit that big move that can capitalize? And I think that's kind of where we know we're going to see kind of who's going to take home the North American Championship. Right now, Bourne has that steam. Oh, he's going for that suplex, but nope. Heights now gets clothesline over the top rope. Bourne is following him back out. Heights looks like he is exhausted. Oh, but maybe he was just baiting Bourne in, because out of nowhere, a quick belly-to-belly suplex onto the floor by Heights. Yeah, even Wade Barrett is signifying that Heights is exhausted here. But Heights is on the top rope, and he goes for a splash. Definitely wasn't the prettiest splash you'll ever see, but he gets a 2 count, so it clearly wasn't the most effective either. Oh, and a beautiful German suplex by Bourne here. Looks like Bourne is capitalizing, but he misses a drop kick. And Heights now picks him up in a fireman's carry. Oh, as he goes for kind of a FU. A nice, beautiful Bourne again. Zigzag out of nowhere. Miles Bourne picks up the 1, 2, 3. He retains, and he is still your North American champion. And the big question now is, what's next for Miles Bourne in that title? Who will dethrone Miles Bourne as North American champion? That is going to be the question. Tavion Heights shows the respect handshake to Miles Bourne. Heights definitely looks disappointed, but this is one of those where you got to just look at the mirror, pick yourself back up, and keep grinding. Emily Agard now is interviewing Miles Bourne after this match. I mean, it seems to be kind of an ongoing theme of these interviews, and I'm just looking for someone who's going to interfere. Miles Bourne just said the North American Championship is the most important thing that he has. So it doesn't matter if you're a friend or a foe. He plans on holding the North American title for a long, long time. So the big question is now, what's next? What is next for the Men's North American Championship? See Lola Vice taping her arm. She does have almost New York Yankees style or inspired gear with the white and blue pinstripes. So it is main event time. Main event time for the NXT Women's Championship. Lola Vice defends her title against Kendall Gray. So as we head into the main event, we're going to play all of our beautiful advertisements, starting off with the Help Wanted ad, then the shop, then our calendar, followed by the nice little W. So check all of these out right now.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos, games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And there you go, everything. That was just about a little over a couple minutes there. So we are about to get ready to our main event of the night. This has been 2 hours and 22 minutes. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch me react to the Great American Bash. I appreciate that. And if you're following on the Twitch side of things, if they're still on, we will be streaming out to... I'm going to try the round table. They're some good friends of ours. So they're watching Forbidden Door. They're reacting to the Forbidden Door from AEW. So yeah, go say hi and let them know that Chris Parrish from the Chris Parrish podcast sent you their way, and show some support, because they are good people who also just enjoy watching some pro wrestling. So for title matches now, not one new champion, as we saw Zarya, Miles Bourne both successfully defend their North American championships, while Ren Sinclair successfully defended her Speed Championship. And then, of course, in the opening contest, Tony D'Angelo, shocking me, definitely shocking me as he retained his NXT title against Naraku. So the big question is, can Lola Vice keep the streak going? Can we go 5 for 5? That is on her. Kendall Gray looks to become the only new champion, and that will be our main event of the night. And we're just moments away. As WWE and NXT just announced that AAA and Heatwave will go back to back. So that is going to be a fun little thing. That is Sunday, August 30th. As we have AAA and NXT Heatwave coming to you from Texas. As we now have Blake Howard with the panel of Dave LaGreca and Kevin Owens. As Dave LaGreca has changed his shirt to a Kendall Gray shirt. Apparently Terry Fox, or not Terry Fox, Terry Funk needed to take a back seat to the potential, or could be, new NXT champion. Maybe. We'll find out. But Kevin Owens, looking good. Hopefully he is healthy and doing well from that neck surgery that he had. It's good to see him still with WWE and being a part of the company in some facet. So that is a positive sign to see. Kevin Owens being Kevin Owens, and you can't do anything but just appreciate just how authentic he really is. It's funny, as comfortable as Dave LaGreca looks on the Busted Open show, he looks a little awkward on this panel. As Hank and Tank have crashed the party. Because, well, why not? Just why not? Hank and Tank seem like they're Kevin Owens guys. Completely. I just want to know how much W Hank and Tank drank before they went up, because they seem energized as you know what. But I mean, I have to be the one to say I think this is going a little too long. As is that just for Troy? I don't know. We got a little bit of disagreements going up on stage here, and yeah, usually when that's a thing. as one of the security guards have been pushed into one of the members of Hank and Tank, and they have gone through a table. So, yeah, we will be seeing that as an upcoming match down the road for sure. And this is going into now a Lola Vice kind of promotional video here. So we now know that this is definitely a match in moments. So I'm glad we're moments away. We got the lead up to how this match came to be. Saw Lola Vice as she defeated JC Jane to become that women's champion. Question states, is this where her reign ends? Or does she look as this is just another cornerstone as she faces the one member in that triple threat match with JC Jane that she did not defeat? If you remember, both Lola Vice and Kendall Gray traded victories against one another before that triple threat match with JC Jane. And this is kind of that rubber match between the two. So it'll be very interesting to see kind of how this goes. Let me know if we see a new champion or not in the comments. I am saying Kendall Gray walks out as your new NXT Women's Champion. And we end the show with her and Ren Sinclair hugging as they are double champions. Double champions in the sense there's two champions. They're not individually a double champion. Oh, yeah, I did forget the fact that they did have a match where they were going to decide who actually, between the two of them, would be the challenger, JC Jane. And the match ended up in a double pinfall and a tap out at the same time, whereas Lola Vice was pinned, but Kendall Gray tapped out, and that's how we went into that triple threat. So they are 1-1-1 with each other. So this is that definitive moment now. As a main event, Great American Bash. See Kendall Gray donned in her Kurt Angle inspired outfit. Lola Vice donned in her pinstripes. Big question. Who walks out? NXT Women's Champion. We're about to find out. Moments away. So I'm glad we have had 10 minutes of very little amount of actual content between matches. This was not what I had as we gear up for our main event, but here we are. I do want to thank everyone who's a part of this. And we got Bobby Stats in the house. Holy crap. Thank you guys for coming in. Got Bubba Duke coming in saying great match. Bobby coming in saying hello. Just like the video, I appreciate that. For whatever reason, my chat was not working, so everything kind of just came up now. So I apologize, everyone, as we have everyone in here now. That was very awkward. So I do apologize to everyone, but yeah, all of these comments have just flooded in instantly. That it was very weird. I've never seen anything like that before. But Squared Compass Promotions, welcome. Thank you for joining. And if you guys are still in there, let me know. I appreciate it. But yeah, very, very weird. Very weird. As yeah, I really have not seen anything like that before. That was new. You go 1 second with nothing on your screen, and then just pow, everything at once. That was weird. But if you're still here with me, we are gearing to the main event match. And I cannot wait. But yeah, like this is just such a long time in between matches. I mean, you could have had at least maybe even 3 speed title matches by now. At least. It's been now 13 minutes. So, and they all could have been draws. That's the funny thing. They've all could have been draws. But I do want to say thank you to everyone who's popping into the chat. I appreciate you so much for showing the support, whether you're Bobby Stats, whether you're Bubba Duke, Chris Best, Square Compass Promotions. Thank you so much. On NXT on Tuesday, we have Vikingo defending his Latin American Championship against EK Prosper. So that is something that you can look forward to on Tuesday. As we're showing the call of the finish of the women's North American title match from all of the different areas of the world. And now we're seeing the finale of the highlights of our opening match, the heavyweight title between Tony D'Angelo and Naraku. And finally, after 16 minutes since the women's North American title match, or since the Miles Bourne North American titles match in Tavian Heights ended, we are now in the ring with Mike Rome as he now brings to you the main event of the evening. Just looking with all these comments that I've just been flooded with. And Bobby Stats is coming in saying, since Rey Mysterio last night, a Triple A announced by Vikingo could be defending his belt at NXT, who should be his opponents? Well, we did find out that it's EK Prosper, but I mean, I mean, give me Miles Bourne. He's been very, very hot and on as of late on a roll. Let's go with that. Let's test Vikingo. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to say let's test Vikingo, but also let's test Miles Bourne. I think those two would put on a great match down the road as well. I mean, we're seeing the War Raiders and Priest and R-Truth battle it out for titles versus titles. Why not Vikingo and Miles Bourne? Why can't they do the same thing? Kendall Gray is now in the ring. That's right. She has the red hoodie with the stars on the arms, showing some support to Kurt Angle. We all know that. Come on. That is team Angle to a T right there. As Lola Vice music hits and she is now on her way out. Lola Vice not only wearing the NXT championship, but she's also one half of the AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions alongside Mr. Iguana. Bandits are ready. Mike Rome is here with the announcement, introducing both, starting off with the challenger in Kendall Gray. And here we go, everyone. The bell is now rung. It is main event time. Let me know who you have in the comments. Who is walking out NXT Women's Champion? And of course, we're going to get a very technical way to start out, and then Lola Vice gets a little bit of a throw. This actually is going to be a very technical match here. Oh, what a beautiful counter as we went to go see just a nice little hip toss there by Gray. Just goes into an attempt for an armbar by Lola Vice. These two individuals know each other very well. They're no strangers to each other, and they are going to have an answer for everyone's move. So the big question is who's going to be able to take advantage? We all know Kendall Gray is a very, very educated wrestler. We all know Lola Vice has just stepped up her game huge. It seems like all the pieces are there and everything is connected. This is the best Lola Vice we've seen in NXT. But is that enough to get the job done over Kendall Gray? And does Kendall Gray have the knowledge? Does she have the ability to defeat Lola Vice? That's the question here. Ring. Kendall Gray goes to nip up and just was met with a nice stiff kick to the mouth. And now Lola Vice is teeing off with punches in the corner. And she is going after the kidneys of Kendall Gray. So there you go, that midsection. That is how you slow someone down. Oh, there we go. The intensity is heating up because these are shots that are landing. And this is kind of what I like. As soon as, the shots are playing an effective part, both go into holds, throws. This is one of those matches that are definitely going to have that pace truly set in the first 5-10 minutes of this match. Kendall Gray has that side headlock takeover right on Lola Vice and getting a little bit of control. Looks like she's just trying to wear down the champion in a little way. And just beautiful mat work there by Kendall Gray. She is going to be a star, and that is very apparent. Oh, Kalani Jordan tries to get involved, and quickly Ren Sinclair is out. And that was just enough for a distraction for Kendall Gray, and Lola Vice is taking advantage. She is now in control, and there's a fallen Kendall Gray on the outside of the ring. The action is now back in the ring. The official there sees something on the canvas, picks it up. Gotta love it. These officials have been on the spot all night. So it actually does seem like there are commercials for people. And with the advertising of CW, I'm not sure. Is this on the CW in the States? And maybe that's why there's commercials, but I'm watching on Netflix as we do in Canada with everything WWE. So I'm just a little out of the loop on that end, but beautiful snap suplex there by the champion. Oh, there it is. A missed kick by Lola Vice results into a pinning attempt by the challenger. And now Kendall Gray is on the offensive here. She's now in control. Nice little suplex there. And more kind of Kendall Gray is getting some nice elbows. She's definitely keeping her opponent on the ground. That's kind of a smart strategy. It's very hard to win a match when your back is on the ground, but Lola Vice knows that. She's getting back up, but Kendall Gray doing her best job of putting her back down. You got to love this approach by the challenger. Very methodical and very smart. Make sure she gets the champion back to the middle of the ring, gets that side headlock on, and now Lola Vice must find a way to get out. Gotta love a good old argument between Vic Joseph and Wade Barrett. That's always fun. Kendall Gray goes for a jump into the corner and just gets pushed off by Lola Vice as she is now introducing Kendall Gray to her feet and the kicks. And that's something you don't want to take. You don't want to take the barrage of the feet by Lola Vice. She has very quick and very snappy legs, and she will hit you with very hard, very quick kicks. She has that background, and it's just something that if you can avoid, you should. Oh, and a beautiful snap belly to back suplex there by Lola Vice. She goes for another, but it's met by a reversal and a beautiful German suplex by the challenger. So just like the Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights, we are seeing a lot of back and forth action here, but Ken Gray is... straps are coming down, and beautiful throw there. She gets one arm's in between the legs and the other one on the around the gut, and she gets those beautiful judo throws off. And now both competitors are trading German suplexes, but Kendall Gray looks like she's on the forefront, being able to reverse. But Lola Vice just showing why she's the champion. She's ferocious, and she's taking no as an excuse. She's not taking it for an answer. So kudos to the champion for always finding a way to be one step ahead. And that's always a good sign in a title match. Nice super kick by the challenger, but goes for a springboard, but is met with another kick. And Kendall Gray has almost reversed like a Meteora into an ankle lock. Kendall Gray just jumped off the barricade on the outside to hit that flatliner that she calls Shades of Gray on a Lola Vice on the outside. She needs to get her opponent in the ring, as she now has done so. But what a risk taken by the challenger. And she catches the kick attempt by Lola Vice as she jumped off the top rope, and now we got an ankle lock in the middle of the ring. And Lola Vice, as I said earlier, finds a way to be one step ahead, finds a way to reverse it. Now, no, there. Just the transitions here back and forth and the attempts. Kendall Gray now looks for an arm bar, but Lola Vice is saying no. And these two are just reversing just about everything power, but Kendall Gray is now able to get a full naked choke on a full Nelson choke. But Lola Vice gets to her feet and uses the ropes to break it up. Not in the way of getting to it, but running into him. And very smart move by the champion. Kendall Gray goes for that moonsault, but is met with a beautiful back heel kick right in the face. But the resiliency of Kendall Gray is right there. Ooh, a beautiful reversal of a Northern Lights, and that goes into a triangle hold, or looks like to be a triangle from Lola Vice. Remember, Lola Vice has that MMA background. Then you mix that with the amateur style of Kendall Gray, and this is what you want to see. Oh, both individuals were able to get us a hit on each other, and they went for a pin, kind of both on their back. They both drape an arm on each other, but both get the kick out. Like I said, both of these competitors know each other very well. Oh. Ooh, another Shades of Gray there. And that is it. Kendall Gray is your new NXT Women's Champion. And the Ren QCC are double champions. Kendall Gray breaks the streak of retention and becomes the only new champion here at the Great American Bash. Defeats Lola Vice. And now the division has a new leader, and her name is Kendall Gray. As we now get the highlights of the match here, but wow. I mean, a great back and forth match, but at the same time, we saw risks taken by Kendall Gray that paid off, and that's what the difference was. That truly was the difference. As Ren Sinclair comes beelining into the ring, as we see the celebratory of Kendall Gray in the ring. Lola Vice is looking on as she's making her way back. Do we get a sign of respect for the new champion from the old champion? Looks like this is fading out with Kendall Gray celebrating with her family, who's at ringside, as she becomes the new NXT Women's Champion. With that being done, we are going to be sending our raid over to the round table on the Twitch side. So let's give them a shout out and let's say hello and let them know that Chris Parrish sent you from watching the Great American Bash. So you should be going over there on the Twitch side of things. So go say hi. But that is all for the Great American Bash. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. And once again, I hope you enjoyed the Great American Bash. I know I did. So I will see you next Sunday for the next episode of the Chris Parrish podcast. I will not be on screen at all this week due to other commitments. So please enjoy. Turnbuckle Studios will be back in just tomorrow with the Raw Patrol. Remember, it's a different start time, but you'll be able to watch it at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you're checking that out. Once again, this has been the Chris Parrish podcast featuring the Great American Bash Watch Party. I would like to say thank you to everyone. And once again, I want you to be happy, be healthy, but more importantly, be yourself, because at the end of the day, you matter.